Hello there. Good evening, everyone. Here is the Horny Peace Prize Daily News podcast show. This is Muktar Bashir speaking. Welcome to episode 028, which I'm going to talk you the following essential topic on the vital importance and the reasonable social benefit on judgmental mental health balance care. Mental health is a term used to describe the emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It is the quality of a person's mental health. It's often measured by how adaptively they can cope with the everyday stress. The history of mental health. An ancient theories about the mental health were often the result of beliefs that supernatural causes such as demonic possession, curses, sorcery, and the like were behind the strange reasons. Remarkably, process was not the universally fatal. Such all things were the historical footprints of mental health characteristics. Mental health refers not only the emotional well-being but also to how people think and behave. There are a number of different factors that have been found in influence mental health. Life satisfaction. A person's ability to enjoy life is frequently used as an indicator of a mental health and wellness. It is often defined as the degree to which the person is enjoy the most important aspect of their life. Some factors that have been found to play an important role in life satisfaction include the absence of feeling a good relationship, sense of belonging, being active in work and leisure, sense of achievement and bright positive self-perception, a sense of autonomy and a feeling of hope. Resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from the adversity that has been referred to as a resilient. People who are resilient also tend to have positive view of their ability to cope with a challenge and seek out social support when they need it. Those who are more resilient are better able to not only cope with the stress but also to thrive even in the face of it. Resilient refers to how well you can deal with and bounce back from the difficulties of life. It can mean the difference between handling pressure and losing your cool. Resilient people tend to maintain more positive outlook and cope with stress more effectively. Mental health allows people to use their ability to be productive and make decisions and play an active role in their communities. Having poor mental health is often confused with having mental illness, but mental health actually refers to the person's state of mental well-being, healthier or not. Considering how much of a role your mental health plays in each aspect of your life, it is important to guard and improve a psychological wellness using appropriate measures because different circumstances can affect your mental health. And, and it will be highlighting risk factors and signs that may indicate mental distress. But the most important, that will dive into all of the benefits of having your mental health. It is the best shot. Risk factors for poor mental health. Poor mental health is it is described the state of well-being where a person is able to cope with the normal stress of life. This is a state to permit a productive work output and allows for a meaningful contribution to every individual among the society. However, different circumstances exist that may affect the ability to handle life curveballs. A childhood physical abuse. When a child is subjected to the physical assault or else sexual violences, emotional abuse, or neglect while growing up, it can lead to a severe mental and emotional distress. Abuse increases the risk of developing mental disorders like depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, or personality disorders. Children who have been abused is psychologically and emotionally affected, as well as alcohol, substances, and other related substances which used as a drug. Also, But beyond the mental health challenges, child abuse may also lead to medical complications such as diabetes, stroke, and other forms of heart disease. Your mental health is a very important part of your life well-being. It is an aspect of your welfare. It determines how you are able to operate a psychological, emotional, physical, and mental. Like, considering how much of role your mental health it plays in each aspect of your life, it is important to guard and improve psychological wellness using appropriate measures. Risk factors for poor mental health. Mental health, mental health is different circumstances that has exist and affect the ability to handle life carefully. These factors may also disrupt the daily activities and the capacity to manage the challenges. The following factors listed below may affect a mental well-being and could increase the risk of developing psychological disorders. Mental health is described the state of well-being where a person is able to cope with a normal stress of life. This is the state that permits productive work output and it allows meaningful contribution to society. However, a different circumstances can exist that may affect the ability to handle life. Importance of environmental adversity and the causes of negative effect on psychological wellness and experience trends shocks on children. A stronger contribution to mental well-being is the state of a person's usual environment. Adverse environmental circumstances can cause negative effect on psychological wellness. For instance, weather condition may influence and increase in suicide cases. Likewise, experiencing a natural disasters firsthand can increase the chance of developing a post-traumatic stress disorders, PTSD, biological. Your biological makeup could determine the state of your well-being. A number of mental health disorders have been found to run in families and may be passed down to members. Lifestyle. Your lifestyle can also impact your mental health. Smoking, a poor diet, alcohol consumption, substance use, risky sexual behavior may cause psychological harm. Signs of mental health problems. When mental health is compromised, isn't always apparent to the individual or those around them. However, there are certain warning signs to look out for that may signify negative changes for the well-being. This includes switch in eating habits, whether over or under eating. Noticeable reduction in energy level, being more reclusive and shying away from the others, feeling persistent despair, indulging in alcohol, tobacco, and other related substances, experiencing unexplained confusion, anger, guilt, or worry, suffering mood swings, picking fights with family and friends, hearing voices with no identifiable sources, thinking of self-harm or causing harm others, being unable to perform daily tasks with ease. Thanks for your listening attention and reading. This is all about the podcast episode 028 that we are discussing about the importance of mental health. Thank you. Meet you next time. Or Nepis Price Daily News, Muktar, Bashir, Aden. Goodbye.